Make a wish and take a bite.
Villains come in many flavors. Everything from the raging psychopath to the mastermind, from the savior who's doing it for the greater good to the one who's just doing it because it's evil. Many villains are just one-dimensional. They are here to cause harm because they can and because they enjoy it. They may still become very iconic, especially for the genre they are in, but they never really grow on us. There's something lacking. If the villain doesn't interest us in the movie, well, the risk is neither will the hero. Great villains, however, stay with us forever. They become something bigger, someone we love to see on screen, despite their dark intentions. And this benefits the hero.
Stay calm, this is simply the beginning.
In order for them to become great and draw us into their world, they need layers and complexity. Take Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs as an example. He's not the main threat in the movie. In fact, he is helping Agent Starling to catch Buffalo Bill, but we know that he is not one of the good guys. He's well-spoken and intelligent. His stillness and cold stare, however, hint of something far more sinister. A few questions, a look and a scent later, he knows all about your inner secrets. Underneath this mask lies a monster waiting to be released from its cage, using everyone as tools for his own purpose, like a predator toying with its prey.
You fly back to school now, little Starling. Fly.
An equally complex character is the replicant Roy Batty in Blade Runner, whose goal is to confront his creator and demand a longer lifespan. Despite being an android who seemingly will stop at nothing to achieve his goal, he proves to be just as human, if not more so, than those trying to hunt him down. The layers embedded within Roy's character end up teaching Deckard, and maybe the audience, something about pain, death, and the search of finding meaning within our own lifespan.
Like tears in rain.
Great villains always give us the feeling that they are winning. The threat and stakes are so high that they will be too hard for the hero to handle. And sometimes this proves to be right, and the villain even manages to beat the hero. The harder the villain is to beat, the better the hero will look in the end. This doesn't just have to do with physical attributes, it should also be that of the mind. Like Unbreakable's Elijah Price, a broken man who is the complete opposite of the hero, and instead uses his intellect to lure out David Dunn from the shadows and makes him understand who he really is, a true hero. Or take Wu Jin from Oldboy as an example, who spends 15 years of his and Dao Su's lives just to achieve the perfect revenge. The villain should always be steps ahead of the hero. It should seem like whatever the hero tries to do, it just plays into the hands of the villain.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
With every great villain, there's a kind of mystique surrounding the person or creature, be it the origin, the beliefs, or even the aesthetics. Darth Vader, who's probably one of the most recognizable villains of all time, not only has a great costume, which makes him easy to pick out from a police lineup, he also has something that very few villains have, a redemption story. In the first Star Wars movie, he's shrouded in mystery. We know very little of who he is and where he comes from. We know that he has a tie to our hero, Luke, since he killed Luke's father and later manages to kill Luke's master. But other than that, we don't get to know much else. In the two sequels, we are able to remove the mystery veil. The tie to Luke gets as strong as it possibly can be, namely because
I am your father.
The stakes can't get any higher. He now has to face and kill his own son if he can't convert him to the dark side. But in the end, he redeems himself by leaving the monster behind, and he chooses to save Luke. Underneath the shroud of mystery, we have a broken man with a tragic past, who just wants to see his son with his own eyes for the first and last time. But not all veils need to be removed from the villains for us to love them. There are countless villains out there whose origins we never get to learn, who continue to haunt our hero, and the less we know, the better.
When you're facing a loaded gun, what's the difference?
The motivation of the villain should always be clear and strong. There are many villains out there that are evil just for the sake of being evil. But a more interesting take for the villain is that his motivation is seen as something necessary, something the world needs. And he alone is the one that can take on the role to liberate the people so a better world can be created. In the eyes of the villain, he is the hero. Thanos is a perfect example of this. He believes that he can prevent extinction galaxy-wide by halving its population. He saw his own homeworld go extinct and blamed it on overpopulation and finite resources. His solution was to randomly cut the population by 50% so that the other 50% could live on and thrive. His belief in this is so strong that he risks everything he has and loves to achieve his goal. He does this because, in his eyes, the universe needs this to survive. From his point of view, he is the hero, or at least the necessary evil that the universe needs, and those who try to stop him are the true villains.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
The villain's point of view, or his argument if you will, should be in stark contrast to the hero's logic. The villain should be everything that the hero is not, but they should have a strong case for their argument, preferably so strong that it makes the hero question himself and his own motives. Take the Joker from Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. The Joker is the only one who can truly go against Batman's beliefs. Batman, who is the protector of Gotham, believes that the world is divided into good or bad, but the Joker's argument is that there's something bad in everyone. We can all lose our sanity. All we need is a push in the right or wrong direction. And what makes the Joker so terrifying is that he manages to prove this to Batman when turning Harvey Dent into Two-Face. Batman and Gordon have to lie going forward in order to maintain their worldview. The citizens of Gotham would lose their hope if they knew what happened to Harvey, which forces Batman to take the blame and ruin his own reputation, leaving the Joker as the true winner. Movies need great villains. A great and well-written villain will make the hero look even greater. But villains shouldn't just be there for the hero to look good. They should be a big enough threat that they are able to break the hero's moral beliefs, because that tears the hero apart from the core, his whole identity, which makes the hero's growth and story so much better, or because they have managed to reach deep down into our human behavior and we somehow understood them, sympathized with them even. And that is what makes us love the villain.
This conversation can serve no purpose anymore.
Thank you for watching. If you liked what you just saw, please like and subscribe. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments below. Oh, and one more thing. Evil laughter.